Woo! Oh my God!
Alright, we've been getting a lot of requests for Mike Righteous. So today we're getting to it. And we got a new microphone. Let us know the sounds. Fire in the booth. Let's get into it.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh yeah, perfect.
What time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. We know what time it is. Big up everybody, yeah? Listen. Yo, righteous, one extra. These are words of a broken man, working a hopeless plan, hoping the plan will work, watching the candle burn, that our hand turns. When will we have our turn? I wish you had a heart, yeah.
Gotta stop it early.
Okay. What you got?
This shit about to be deep.
It's about to be. His voice sounds like emotional. Like I feel like he's about to put his whole being into this.
He said, words of a broken man working a hopeless plan. I feel like I've been there. I've been that broken man working a hopeless plan, and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean?
No, I've never been a man.
He started with that. I was like, sheesh.
Sheesh. Yeah,
Starting off strong. This is about to be deep.
Yo, righteous, one extra. These are words of a broken man, working a hopeless plan, hoping the plan will work, watching the candle burn, that our hand turns. When will we have our turn? I wish you had a heart, yeah. How desperate does somebody have to be to have you help them? Since when has anyone got anywhere from acting selfish? I stay alone at night, wonder why I'm rolling right. Snakes try to convince me my friends are trying to control my life. That's a load of app, I chose the mic, the stage and name right. Just write it on the page, along with a date. I wouldn't say it's not a game, it's the biggest game that's full of snakes and little fakes. See in my face, but nothing comes on dinner plate. So still I pray, still I stay down with the same pals that I've been from day. Big mistake, tried to run, didn't get away. Trick moves, especially after everything we've been through. The world shares different views, big window, bars, intro, task. Why am I the one that gets the info? Lost, I draw this and then I take a big old blast. Cause this no bar. Listen,
Perfect.
Searching for value, happiness hurts. Kelsey, what happened to her? Like so many others trapped in the dirt. The passion's a curse. We all say we had it the worst. Yeah, you had it bad. You should went in the back of that hearse. That's when it's done.
Okay. Oh, why your face like that?
No, I was into it. Go ahead. Go
He
ahead.
was like stuck in a stank face.
Go ahead.
I
He on his deep shit, you know what I
really
mean? Like
is.
you can hear the pain in his voice. I'm like, ooh.
Man. I feel like he's talking from a very like relatable perspective, like the young person's perspective.
Right?
Like it is soul crushing to like grow up and realize all the snakes in your life.
Right.
You know, and your plan isn't gonna work, and you like it's.
Or at least it seems like it's not going to. Like you've been working at something for years and haven't gained any traction. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like you have to change. Like I feel like there's like a critical point where you have to change your plan. You know what I mean? But like when you take what you had as a kid and like your understanding of the world and like what was given to you, I feel like there's always this point where it comes where you're like, dang, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like he's like spitting from that perspective.
But on the other side of it is like, okay, you might be like working at something really hard and it seems like you're not making progress, but it's like you got to get to that critical point to break through. Mm-hmm. Like I've been there to where it looks hopeless, like it's never going to work. There's no light at the end of the tunnel, you're in a dark place. But then one day you like break through, or like someone gives you a chance, like gives your business a chance, like getting the first customer so hard.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
The first customer. Yeah. That's... It's deep.
Are you ready?
Gotta hydrate.
Need some Kleenex?
Okay.
It's no bar. Listen.
Perfect.
Searching for value, happiness hurts. Kelsey, what happened to her? Like so many others trapped in the dirt. The passion's a curse. We all say we had it the worst. Yeah, you had it bad. You should went in the back of that hearse. That's when it's done. I reach through the speaker, capture your love. We trapped in a slum. Look what the manor has done to us. But as I undercut, become another number. Stop judging us. I got love for every one of y'all. We deny that we can only advance. And those that think they can't are lost in their art. Mind lost in their heart. Body lost in their mind. So go back to the start, back to the passion, the past. You are not gonna find the man that you are if you cower in the...
I need to run that back.
Why?
It says something like, we can only advance, but those who think they can't. What did he say after that?
But as I undercut, become another number. Stop judging us. I got love for every one of y'all. We deny that we can only advance. And those that think they can't are lost in their art. Mind lost in their heart. Body lost in their mind. So go back to the start, back to the passion, the past.
So basically, those who think they can't advance are lost. Like I said, lost in their heart, lost in their body, lost in their mind. Some sick. You know what I mean? But that's facts. That's what I be telling people. Like, we gotta push forward, no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people love to complain about shit and have excuses for stuff. But it's like, there really isn't an option except to advance or stay where you are. You know what I mean? And who wants to stay where they are? Even if you're in a decent place, you still want to advance. You know what I mean? And you want to be in the decent place you are right now forever? And if you're in a horrible position, you definitely want to advance.
That's true. Like, I think everybody wants to advance, but it's like how much energy, like nobody's sitting there like actually looking at how much energy they're putting towards the past and what happened and what they woulda, shoulda, coulda done versus energy towards the future.
Right, but the thing about the future is it's unknown, and the unknown is like, it's unfamiliar, it's uncomfortable.
And a lot of times the future is the same, like it's more of the same.
Right, but like, let's say you're trying to advance to like a future reality, right? One you're not living right now. It's uncomfortable. And like, who wants to push forward to discomfort? You know what I mean? Like, the things you have to do to get to the advanced place are very unfamiliar and uncomfortable. So it's not like people just sign up like, oh, I want to be uncomfortable.
You know what I always wondered?
What?
How older people become like jaded. You know what I mean? Like the very specific kind of jadedness that like you only get through experience.
Right.
But I feel like taking what you're talking about, like the uncomfortability of the future and stuff, and it's like people that live sort of in the past, eventually time progresses past them to where their past is now irrelevant to all the people in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they sort of become like in the mind elsewhere, and they don't like actually make progress towards their future.
Right.
This is hella deep.
I'm not gonna find the man that you are if you cower in the face of a challenge, travel your path. I ain't trying to rap for a car or rap for a yard or rap for a that's gonna max out my cards. See me? I rap for the man that hasn't got gums, in fact hasn't got anything. You spat in that bar, that's why I spat in your face, cause you was flashing your papes. You see my man them are real and your man them are Drakes, straight. In other words, fakes, you think I'm a turn 8 for this game. Keep your deal, you're too bait. I'm too straight just to appeal to the women. I believe if you're real, they'll just feel what you're spitting. It's an evil world we live in, our children are in it. That's why your children are loose, that's why your children are missing. All you got is dirty dishes and bills in the kitchen. It's real when you sin it. I feel like I'm slipping up. Never dissing my avid listener. You question, am I real enough? Maybe I've overdid it. Is it? I ain't did enough. I don't want my old fans to look at me in disgust about me like, why is he always trying to make it number one? It's a must. This ain't changing me, I still have the same beliefs. I can scream free palette, die for my pride, still pray for peace, still burn a fed for the brutality they spread over the world. Pakistan's an ocean, bodies in the brown water floating, still nobody helps. I have to take a hold of myself. Cause right now I feel to bang my head against his flipping desk. They want my commercial side, trust me this ain't one of them. Sorry if I messed up, yo, I just want your love again. Cause this is about as real as I'ma get. You the ones I represent and will till there's nothing left. Once again, never dissing my avid listener. You the ones I can't forget, let me explain from start to end. When I ripped my first bar, it wasn't after rep. Nah, blood, I did it for expression. In the hope you could relate to my past and present. But when you haven't got a friend, mother and your father's left, all you've got is words, cardboard, and a freaking Parker pen.
Woo!
And the love you once had in the start,
Oh my God!
You die, fam, I'm like, how can I provide for?
Okay, what you got for me?
That whole, like, goosebumps head to toe on that line. The whole, like, when you don't have a friend and your parents are gone and all you got is a piece of cardboard, he did it for expression. I feel like that right there, whoo, that's a message. That is why I don't like when people talk about cultural appropriation and like such and such. They shouldn't wear dreadlocks. They shouldn't rap and all this. You know what I mean? Like when people try to act like a culture owns it's like, but most people that become great do it for some kind of like expression or like release.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they do it in their own way to where it's like, I don't rock with that like anti-cultural appropriation. I don't know.
I mean, shoot, that's what life is, expression. Like, we're all just trying to express ourselves in different ways. But yeah, he raps. So that's dope. He can express himself in that way. You know what I mean? But like, how does a common man express himself?
I mean, I suppose art. Some kind of art. Painting, dancing, creating, something.
It doesn't have to be like a creative endeavor. You know what I mean? Like, it could be business. It could be how you dress. It could be the kind of dogs you get. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, true.
The kind of places you frequent. The conversations you have. But I feel like modern day, everyone's dying for expression, but a lot of times expressing yourself gets met with so much backlash.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because your opinion may not be politically correct.
Right.
And so I think a lot of people don't express themselves and end up depressed.
Ooh.
It's like to not express yourself is like to not live. Like, why are you on this earth if you're not going to express yourself? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of being here?
That's so true.
You're going to express other people? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Everyone just wants to express themselves.
That's so true. Like, if somebody wears something that, you know, isn't the freaking mainstream style, they get flamed. They get made fun of. And it's like, what does what that person has on their body have to do with you? You know what I mean?
Right.
That is so true.
You the ones I represent and will till there's nothing left. Once again, never dissing my avid listener. You the ones I can't forget. Let me explain from start to end. When I ripped my first bar, it wasn't after rep. Nah, blood, I did it for expression. In the hope you could relate to my past and present. But when you haven't got a friend, mother and your father's left, all you've got is words, cardboard, and a freaking Parker pen. And the love you once had in the start starts to end. Inside you die, fam, I'm like, how can I provide for my family or my man? I'm on some 9 to 5. That's why I try with the one thing that I can do in this life of mine.
Perfect.
And that is write these bars because our lives are hard. And this music is our light in the dark. I'm trying to shine. So forgive me if that's wrong. But for my conscious listener, this is your song, lad. Some music we make for the shelves, but this music, dog, we make for ourselves. And it's for you, from our hearts, so you know we mean it. We speak about your daily struggles because we lived and seen it.
Okay. Some music we make for the shelves. It says something about this music we make for ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, there's a big difference. You know what I mean? Between music that's made for the shelves. Like, everyone knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? You're making it for radio play, like mainstream music. You just bop to it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It's a big difference between that and a lot of the recommendations we've been getting.
A big difference.
Like, how do you even find these people? Because it's not on the radio, you know what I mean?
You gotta know people, you know what I'm saying? You got to be in the know.
Right. It's a huge difference. Like, you can just hear the passion in his
sure.
voice. And you can see it on his face and his delivery, everything. You know what I mean? Straight passion.
And this kind of stuff right here doesn't have that, like, 3 years and you're irrelevant. Like, this kind of,
Right.
like, he's still gonna be fulfilled by it on his deathbed.
Right.
You know?
It's like modern day, a lot of rappers turn into entertainers. You know what I mean? Like, they start off like this, passion, all that, and then the industry gets to them, and they end up just entertainers doing a performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, passion is also entertaining. It's like a lot of them seem to lose the passion once they go through the whole mainstream apparatus, whatever they do to people in that thing.
Apparatus?
I don't know what they do to these artists.
Doesn't it seem like they put them through
It's like a lot of my favorite artists turn to just be just like entertainers eventually. It's like, dang, this is not the same person that I used to listen to.
Right? They like
where's
put 'em
the
through
hunger, the
something.
passion, you know what I mean? All that.
For sure.
Where's the expression now? It seems like, okay,
They don't
someone
even
else wrote that.
Yeah.
You're just performing it. I can't even hear the realness from it. You know what I mean? Like, what happened?
You're just a tool now. You're just literally using your instrument to do someone else's art.
Pretty much.
And this music is all light in the dark, I'm trying to shine. So forgive me if that's wrong, but for my conscious listener, this is your song, like some music we make for the shelves, but this music, dog, we make for ourselves. And it's for you, from our hearts, so you know we mean it. We speak about your daily struggles, cause we lived and seen it. And that's why the mission is to act now. Acts realizing that your life is real, no acts, wow. So while the UK's flying, I'ma jump on board. So for my avid listener, this is who I done this for. Charlie Sloth, Radio 1 Extra, we doing it big. Done know.
Perfect!
Getting me started early, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Man, let's go goosebumps about 5 times there, man.
Okay, what did he say at the end? Did he say we have to actualize?
Oh, I didn't catch
I
it.
think that's something he said. I may have missed it, just the accent a little bit, you know what I mean? Still earning my ear, but it's gotten a lot better.
The mission is to act now. Acts realizing that your life
You
is
said
real, no
actualizing
acts,
your life?
wow. So while the UK's flying, I'ma jump on board. So for my avid listener, this is who I done this for. Charlie Sloth, Radio 1 Extra, we doing it big. Done know.
Man,
I mean, he said the real mission is to act now. I thought he said actualize. I don't know. Either way.
Actualize it in your life, something.
Right, I mean, I am down with this message 100%. Act
Yeah.
now. On whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be some grand plan, but like on the next step in your life, the next improvement, the next level you want to reach, like act now. I know so many people just talk about it. I'm tired of talking about it. You know what I mean? Act on it. I'm with the shits. And I love like people putting that message out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A lot of people put a message out that kind of is like more so meant to just keep you in your place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
It's meant to.
I'm
like,
down with that.
Yeah, for real. It's like, why don't I feel like when people have like commentary on what other people are doing, why isn't it like to advance what they're doing? Like, why say anything at all if it's not going to be like to advance what they're already doing? You know what I mean?
Right,
I feel
right.
like a lot of times people try to curb you back into their lane. It's like, you're not me and I'm not you. Like, why do we have to do the same thing? You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I feel like his message was like so, like he's just a vibe. You know what I
Right.
mean? I haven't really seen any other rappers that are like in that exact lane.
I mean, the passion's ridiculous.
You could call that passion.
started early, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Man, let's go goosebumps about 5 times there, man.
His voice.
This dude's lit.
Problem.
He's lit.
Charlie Sloth, I
They
guess.
say, was that problematic? Why you speak problematic? What? Man,
Big up, bro. Big up.
Chase.
It's a privilege to be here, bro. You don't understand.
Bruv, I'm telling you, I've not felt like that for a hot minute listening to a rapper spit. I'm telling you, bruv. You got something special, man.
How many videos do we have to listen to before we can say bruv?
Ah,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Right.
How do we get our bruv card?
How you get it?
Let me know.
You're getting that big Charlie Sloth co-stand off the one track. Are you mad?
You don't know. Thanks to listeners. Thanks
Man.
everyone that supports us.
Man, let's get into that next track, man. I need more. I need more.
Let's do this.
Let's do this, man.
Fire in a booth. Yeah.
Yes.
Charlie Sloth, the realist. Yeah. We only roll with the realist. Cause real recognize real. Only real man then will feel this. Yeah. Yo. Check. Yo. This. I don't wanna die without saying goodbye. So for this bar, I will savor my past. Yeah, as it may be my last. So just in case I don't make it to yard, sorry for the pain I caused. Give me heaven, I'm afraid of the dark. This music is a place in my heart. Trying to answer all these bleeding questions in life. Leave me guessing like a game of charades. Check, it would be wrong for me to pray to Allah. I shouldn't really be putting his name in this bar. You can't abide by Islam when you're raised by the dogs. And it was either take it or starve, yeah. But they were my dark days, abandoned by my family, left in Margate. Whatever you are, express your heartache, and I'm with you all the way, unless you can't change. What good is being laughed at? when you're grafting. Look on the palms of my hands, that's hard skin.
Perfect.
Juggling with life, I'm trying not to drop the balls. Think I'm a fool for your tricks? Not a fool, wasn't fit, not a tool, not a kid, not a tool, not a bit. In the school I wasn't so I bumped off, jumped over the ball. I wasn't missed, just misunderstood. If I could take it all back, I'd say miss, burn your books. Cause there ain't nothing you could teach, man. I'll shut this down, dreamland. All I give a back.
What? Well, what are you thinking?
I mean, that caught me off guard. He just
too.
switched up real quick, you know what I mean?
Right?
But he said he wasn't missed, he was misunderstood.
Shit.
I feel the same way.
Really?
Not by you. You know what I mean? I picture like back in St. Louis, where we're from. Like, you think people really like miss
Come
us?
on, people, you're so misunderstood.
You know
You're
what I mean?
so misunderstood. I feel
Definitely.
like,
I can relate to that 100%.
but I mean, aren't the like best people misunderstood? You know what I mean? I feel like the real ones be misunderstood. You know what I mean? The people that you know, like, you know there's something there that, like, they're not gonna be tamed. They're not gonna be, you know? They're expressing something deeper and, like, I don't know. I find that I connect with people that are misunderstood so much better because I feel like they're authentic.
Well, people like think differently, you know what I mean? To be understood is like you just have to agree with whatever's on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which, you know for a fact, the people who are just, like, perfectly politically correct, perfectly in the lines, you know they're lying.
How could you possibly agree with everything?
Right? Like, you know that person has huge, huge shadow of BS.
Right?
My opinion, at least.
What else did he say? Something about burning the books?
Man, he just went in the zone.
Arms on my hands, that's hard skin.
Perfect.
Juggling with life, I'm trying not to drop the balls. Think I'm a fool for your tricks? Not a fool, wasn't fit, not a tool, not a kid, not a tool, not a bit. In the school I wasn't so I bumped off, jumped over the ball. I wasn't missed, just misunderstood. If I could take it all back, I'd say miss, burn your books. Cause there ain't nothing you could teach, man. I'll shut this down, dreamland.
Okay. So
I
he had a
feel
rough time at school and he said, if you take it all back, he said, miss, burn your books. There ain't nothing you can teach, man.
I thought he was gonna be like, you know, can we make amends? You know what I mean?
I mean, really, like, what do you
He's
learn in
like-
school? What do you learn that's useful in school?
You learn to be obedient.
Pretty much, that's it.
I feel like this is a poem. Like, he's reading
About
poetry.
his life.
Yeah, like he's
know
reading
what I mean?
poetry about his life.
A lot of people rap about a bunch of nothing, but I feel like he's just
He's
telling us
rapping
about himself.
about
You know what I mean?
A bunch of somethings.
Tool, not a bit. In the school I wasn't so I bumped off, jumped over the ball. I wasn't missed, just misunderstood. If I could take it all back, I'd say miss, burn your books. Cause there ain't nothing you could teach, man. I'll shut this down, dreamland. All I give a about is me rap. Lambs, my fam, he's fam, Lucia beats cat. Snake goon, C-man, and every single fan that we have. We had to hit the lab, now the hits are in the bag. When it finally hits the street, feel free to leave your feedback. We never left, there ain't no point in saying we back.
Perfect.
No. And yeah, I'm fed up with these, man. Straight bluffers, ones that say something but don't mean that. And bruv, this ain't about your peace, fam. It's more about the fact you're never there when we need, man. But who was at the gates when they freed, man? Us. I just blame me cause I let the greed lead, man. Cause I gave you them things on strap, knowing you weren't in a position to pay me back. This crazy currency can change the way we act. It made me arrogant, I may be mad, but I'd rather get jumped by 18 man than become some poor mum's baby's dad. Cause that
Woo! He went. I didn't expect that either.
What he said, it's crazy currency could change the way we act. It made him arrogant, something, but he'd rather be him than some poor man's baby dad.
A poor man's baby daddy. I mean, I didn't expect that. Like, he constantly, like, brings the unexpected. I thought he was going to
Oh,
say,
my
like,
goodness.
a poor man something, like a failure. And he's like, a poor man's baby daddy.
I would say something that's crazy currency change, the way we act. You need to be real, even if you got money, but, say it in some kind of lyrical way.
Right.
Stay true to your roots.
And he's like, I'd rather be this than a baby daddy.
That's facts though, man. A lot of people do come up and switch up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely facts.
The way we act, it made me arrogant, I may be mad, but I'd rather get jumped by 18 man than become some poor mum's baby's dad. Cause that right there is my worst nightmare coming true. I wouldn't know what the to do or who to call, cause that'll be the day that I lose it all. I still love you like the first time, do you recall that? I'm the one they used to call tack, but now I'm just mad, so you can fall back. Yo, play this track at my funeral, fam. It's the beauty of rap. You can kill me, and even when I'm dead, I will live through the music I made. I'm such a musical man.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said this is the kind of rap that even on your deathbed, you will still be fulfilled, by it.
Yeah.
Not like just some quick hit and all the radio plays it and then throw it away. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's crazy you said that, and then any song playing it at his funeral.
He's like, he lives through his music.
That's crazy.
That's beautiful.
How do you do it?
Mm-hmm.
No, how did you do that?
Well, some magic. You know what I do.
Cool that. I'm the one they used to call tack, but now I'm just mad, so you can fall back. Yo, play this track at my funeral, fam. It's the beauty of rap. You can kill me, and even when I'm dead, I will live through the music I made. I'm such a musical man. This ain't your usual track. No, it's real because it's how I feel. But truthful is that. It's real because it's how I feel. I'm truthful, but blood. No, I don't know why I did that. I ripped the hook like you was in for a chick track, but this ain't about no bird. And I don't care if the words aren't commercially acceptable, cause that's what they expect of you. I'm about to bust, running out of nerve. With all this blood you're about to bust, turn your back on them, brother, they doubting us. Shit, how absurd. When I was young, I never understood the amount of work it took to get your album heard. But when you're young, you ain't so down to earth. Now I'm so down to earth, I'm below the surface. How concerned were you for me when I was eating out of bins? I used to cherish every pound I get. Now I cherish every pound I earn, and now I'm earning pound.
Wait. He said when I was young, I wasn't so down to earth. But now I'm so down to earth. I'm
below the surface.
I'm below the surface.
Below the surface.
Ain't that the truth, though? Ain't that the truth, though? That's what life will do to you.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Man. It's like, ooh, I definitely feel like, if you're, not balanced in your thinking, life will show you your place in the world. You know what I'm saying? I had some reality checks like a mother.
Unless you have a silver spoon or something, you can get away with living in your own universe. But if you don't,
you
get brought down to earth real fast.
Right.
Real fast.
All this blood you're about to bust, turn your back on them, brother, they doubting us. Shit, how absurd. When I was young, I never understood the amount of work it took to get your album heard. But when you're young, you ain't so down to earth. Now I'm so down to earth, I'm below the surface. How concerned were you for me when I was eating out of bins? I used to cherish every pound I get. Now I cherish every pound I earn, and now I'm earning pounds. I learned that I've been running round in circles trying to figure out my worth. This world is only out to hurt me. I'ma burn it down and watch it burn too. When you're searching for purpose, where do you turn to? I'm blind with eyes open wide. We reside in hopeless times, hopeless job, hopeless life. Hope I fly through the open sky. Feel like Rambo inside my mind as I get eye alone. I'll zone through October's coldest night. Broken heart, open mind. Know my past, know the skies, know I'm hard, know I'm kind. Yo, it's dark, show me light. Yeah, should I fix my art and close my mind? Wipe the spit from out my eye, I'll die for this. Don't doubt my pride, my entire clique is down to ride. I see my man to move.
You can just feel it.
Should I fix my art and close my mind? Whew.
Cold.
I mean, this is a young guy. I feel like, honestly, whenever he first started, I was like, okay, he's young, so we'll see how this goes. But I can't imagine when he's in his, his golden years of rapping.
Right.
Jeez.
He said he'll die for this. I believe him.
him.
This is the most passion, you know what I mean?
This is the most passionate performance I've seen since I don't know when.
Okay, the most passionate. Dave and Akala both passionate too.
They are.
You know what I mean? But I'm talking about mainstream. Take all those people, put the passion together, it doesn't equal this.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
No.
What we've been listening to recently is it's all passion. It's all real rap. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's like you can tell it's not just entertainment. They didn't have 20 people writing these lyrics for him. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm just like, okay, so they don't mess up either.
Right.
Which I think is so interesting because they're like, if this was written on pages, it would probably be hella pages of material. You know? But I feel like when people, like all the freestyles, like we watch at least, like historically, like, I feel like, I don't know. They don't, I feel like sometimes it doesn't flow as well. You know what I mean?
Man, when I saw the name, like, Mike Righteous, right? This is the first time we've ever heard Mike Righteous. I thought it was going to be, like, lit. Like, Mike Righteous, it sounds like we about to be hearing this, oh, shit, oh, cold. This is really more deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's lit. He's real passionate about it, but to me, it just got me sitting back just thinking. It's just deep.
Yeah.
And, like, you can hear so much pain in his voice, too. You know what I mean?
You can.
It's like, when I hear the pain, I don't really get lit.
By the
I
way,
get introspective. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So much pain in his voice.
Is he Pakistani?
He's mentioned something about it. I don't know. And last time I tried to guess someone's country of origin, I was wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He mentioned it, so I figured, I don't know, maybe he was an immigrant or like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I was trying to figure out, piece it all together.
October's coldest night, broken heart, open mind, no one past, no disguise, no one art, no one kind, yo it's dark, show me light. Yeah, till I fix my art and close my mind, wipe the spit from out my eye, I'll die for this, don't doubt my pride, my tire, click is down to ride. I see my man, they're moving blatantly, I fear for their safety, we might not see karma coming. And that's as clear as it may be, it's my peers that have shaped me. In fact, everything you hearing ain't me. It's the voice of every man's aggressive nature. Don't let me out the cage, cause you'll regret it seconds later. I'll see you when I see you's what I'm telling every hater. We do this on our jacks, we don't ever beg a favor. No, we don't ever beg a favor, we don't ever beg a friend. It's just the ends we represent. Charlie Sloth, one extra, Radio 1. Stay true into ourselves, bro.
Man, Mike Righteous!
Dang.
I think a problem has just been born! Bad boy! I think we just witnessed something real legendary up here at BBC Radio 1 Extra, man!
Something real, then.
Man, I feel real privileged to be a part of this right now. That's all I can say, man.
It's a privilege to be.
Wow. Wow.
You're so into it.
You know what?
I'm here for it.
We're gonna get into the other one, you know, Dangerous.
Do you think, yeah?
I think we're gonna get into the other one, you know.
Yes.
I think it's worth. I think it's worth the next one.
So let's roll into another one. Okay. So at the end, he was like, stay true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's been his messages throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With some of currency could change who you are and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to say after that. He didn't. He dropped some ill stuff. Yeah, like...
Most surprises.
I dig the message. Like, stay true to yourself and act now on your goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mess
And
with
be
it.
ready to die for your passion.
Facts. Gotta be.
Only go out 10 minutes. Mike Rice is getting that overtime right now, man.
Much respect.
Let's get into that, man. Just give me some more. Give me some more energy, man.
Alright.
Wow.
Something a little more apple.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
See, this is what I was expecting. It's the name Mike Righteous sounds lit to me. Now he's bouncing up and down like, okay, we about to get lit?
Okay.
We about to get lit?
Okay, let's see what he's talking about.
See, man.
Alright.
Wow.
Something a little more apple.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Don't know. Shouts to everybody once again. BBC Radio 1 Extra. Shouts out to Charlie Sloth. People we were brought off far to be hard star. We can go bar for bar like the last law. Don't take me for anyone. You're in with the dark stuff. No, you better run. You won't find no one better. Son of yo sloth. We don't stop. We step levels up. 2-man army. Take out anyone. You're 10 of your best. I'm begging you to send for us. Too many brothers wanna set me up, but even with the best of luck, you never gonna get me blood. I'm ready to bust. Man, I'm ready to get the up. Out my way. Out for pace. Out for peace. And the temperature up to 1,000 degrees. I bounce like a beast. Earn my keep. Burn my beast. Get up, kill water. You feel fine like you're up in the sauna. It's real life when I'm up against all of y'all. Enough man chat rule, I will call their bluff. They talking tough, but when the feds pull them up, they start pulling and call for mum. What are you gonna do when 10 man got corner y'all? What are you gonna call for mum? Try to act cool, but you're all set up, you're looking foolish, blood. Sit when you're fooling, quit stalling, blood. Where's the war talk now? It's your fault, yeah. Fools your fate, we ain't gonna fool for y'all.
hard, you thought you ain't the fool that we thought you were. No poor, I'll war with words and I'ma warn you before you hurt. You're poor and you ought to learn. The more you work, the more you earn, the more money means. Yo, shine away your lights, my veins find it. Put five inside my brain, bury me 10 feet deep when I'm wide awake. Done that, I bust back, I ain't down today. There ain't no explanation to why you hate. Should embrace my rats to ride on face today. Patronize with diamond chains in my brain and you're parading in my time or place. Get it, count, neon tag game. How you like me now? Am I your mate? I can say whatever I like, try and play. Drop the bomb, I will light the flame. Too many rappers sound the same, they sound it. If I did shit, forgive me, it's my mistake. It's like I'm the last of a dying race, and I'ma be righteous, I ain't trying to change. I know man got guns, ain't hard to get one. And I ain't from London, I come from Kent blood. Mama got a dead son, that's red rum. The killer's long gone way before the feds come. What?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Excuse me?
What? This is fast.
Yeah.
When it's fast, I can't hear everything.
No, I feel like we're missing so much.
Oh, for sure.
Can you guys in the comments like give us your best lines, like the lines that?
Oh
like,
my god, this last part is fast. But this is why I thought it was gonna be lit. The Mike Righteous just sounds lit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like, he definitely brings the energy.
I feel like he's pretty hood.
Yeah, it sounds like he grew up rough.
Like, I feel like
He was talking on the other song, his family abandoned him or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I feel like he's like, blah, 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 blah. Let's go.
this song, he's like, don't mess with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting the vibe of this song. It's like, don't try me.
Right.
Try me if you want this to be the last person you ever tried. You know what I mean? And the other songs is like, stay true to yourself, take action, you know what I mean? Don't stay in the same place. Wow. This song, like, don't mess with me. Mess with me if you dare.
The way done that, I bust back, I ain't down today. There ain't no explanation to why you hate. Should embrace my rats to ride on face today. Patronize with diamond chains in my brain and you're parading in my time or place. Get it, count, neon tag game. How you like me now? Am I your mate? I can say whatever I like, try and play. Drop the bomb, I will light the flame. Too many rappers sound the same, they sound it. If I did shit, forgive me, it's not.
He said, drop the bomb, I will light the flames.
Jeez. He ain't playing today.
Oh my goodness.
Place, get it, count, neon tag game. How you like me now? Am I your mate? I can say whatever I like, try and play. Drop the bomb, I will light the flame. Too many rappers sound the same, they sound it. If I did shit, forgive me, it's my mistake. It's like I'm the last of a dying race, and I'ma be righteous, I ain't trying to change. I know man got guns, ain't hard to get one. And I ain't from London, I come from Kent blood. Mama got a dead son, that's red rum. The killer's long gone way before the feds come. One brother got shot on his doorstep, how many more dead till somebody forfeit? One boy got older, the loaded 4/5, licked the full clip. He killed a school kid. They won't tell us how many get murdered. Feds don't know where they bury the burner. Jobs are on road, anybody to burst up. Keep your friends close and your enemies further. Word up. Why we fighting each other? Gotta be righteous, don't die for my brother. Tell me why we don't like one another. It's time we do not put aside your colors, all that. No matter where you.
Said, gotta be righteous, I would die for my brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's how I always felt growing up, you know what I mean? I would die for my brother. But I mean, low-key, I'm be honest, I don't feel like that anymore. It's just like, we just drifted so far apart, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, not in totality.
not all of them.
Got a lot of brothers.
I do. Got a lot of brothers. Got like 5, right? Yeah, I got 5. Some of them just don't mess with me anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're very politically correct and all that kind of stuff, and they just don't mess with me.
You gotta fix your art to. Remember he said, I forget the line, but he said you gotta fix your art
Or
to
close your mind or
close your
something
mind.
like
Yeah.
something like that. But
They don't
yeah,
mess
it's just
with
like,
you.
that's how I like feeling like that. Like, to me, that brotherly bond is everything, you know what I mean?
He said it was male aggression, and the song was about masculine aggression or something. I feel like you guys are relating.
Yeah, I feel like it should be like that. Like, you should be
Yeah.
willing to die for your brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, your brother don't like how you think, don't want to mess with you. Like, I'm not dying for that dude.
Doesn't want to mess with your thoughts.
Right.
Look, we can have a different point of view
Oh,
and
my goodness.
real recognize real. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some people aren't real, so they don't recognize real.
Right.
Eh.
So I could tell you what some people think without even knowing them. I just got to watch the news enough or something. You know what I mean? I can
Right.
tell you, oh, this person thinks this. Because they're one of those people.
Right.
And I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right. Even if they don't really agree with it, they're going to, in public, agree with it kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we've had conversation with people, like, conversation in private. It's a completely different person than the person in public.
Right,
and like
it's
their
so
circle and what
weird.
their circle believes in. But in private, they'll tell you like they don't really mess with this part of it or this part of it. You know what I mean?
Doesn't that freak you out? Because it's like, I mean, I get that, like...
It's like, are they doing the same thing with me? Just
Right.
saying what I want to hear because they're in this circle right now. And then when they go sit with someone else, they're saying, well, yeah, it's like, I agree with that, but I don't agree with that. I don't mess with that. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
They won't tell us how many get murdered. Feds don't know where they bury the burner. Jobs are on road, then they ready to burst. Just keep your friends close and your enemies further. Word up. Why we fighting each other? Gotta be righteous, so that my brother. Tell me why we don't lack one another. It's time we do not put aside your colors, all that. No matter where you come from, nobody spots. Where's the loved one? Man, I go.
It's time to unite. Put aside your color. Did you hear that?
I heard something completely different, but you're right.
Maybe I heard it wrong. I know it's so
No.
fast.
I think you're right.
It's time to unite. Put aside your color. Put aside the color.
I heard put a side chick on us. Like we're gonna unite with this side chick.
Well, when we play it back, we'll see who's right.
I think you're right.
It's time to unite. Put a side chick on us. You heard it here first. That's how we unite.
We are the same team. You know what I'm saying? Your turn, my turn.
But I mean, that's really what it is modern day. Like I mean, the real ones gotta unite.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right? It's like real and then everything else.
Pretty much. It's like the real and the politically correct.
Right.
That's pretty much how it is. It's like someone who's very politically correct, I just can't trust them because I can't trust that I'm getting their real view. You know what I mean? That they're being real with me.
Because I feel like by like default, political correctness means I'm going to say whatever I need to say to position you to think of me in a certain way. It's never just like even if it was true, did they really, really, really think about it, internalize it, and have examples in their life? You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like a whole different setup. Like literally, I feel like whenever somebody's being politically correct, they're like basically trying to control me. Like they're basically trying to manipulate how I perceive them, and they're not giving me like a true take.
Right. It's like just naturally we're not going to be just as human beings, as diverse as we are, we're not just going to be just this perfect politically correct person who could go on a news channel and give an interview no problem right now. You know what I mean?
And sometimes people literally might feel what aligns with the political correctness, but you'll feel
all
the
of
passion.
it? But all
Not
of it?
all of it. Never all of it.
All of it?
Never all of it.
That's weird.
No. But when on
We
the
have
topics,
no disagreements at all.
right. On the
That is
topics
very weird
that
to me.
It is hella weird. But on the topics they agree with, though, you'll feel the passion and it'll be like, okay, this is a real take.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? So.
Ready to burn up, jobs are on road, anybody to burst up. Keep your friends close and your enemies further. Word up. Why we fighting each other? Gotta be righteous, so that my brother. Tell me why we don't lack one another. It's time we do not put aside your colors, all that. No matter where you come from, nobody spots. Where's the loved one? Man, I got guns, got ready to bust. Shot blacks that aim up in the name of one God. Say you're Muslim, I say you're dumb. I'm in a state of corruption. It ain't just London. Everywhere they say no place to run from. Every man looking for the cash and love on the road. No home for a lonely lad. Little man's holding a stolen gap that he got given by the older man. There ain't no going back when you're rolling a gang bang. Boom bang. There's killers around me, villains around me. Blood, but I live in the southeast, it's rowdy. The man I never put the nine down. Never seen a politician walk through my town. One extra.
Perfect.
Yes, fire in the booth. You don't know Charlie Slot. Watch respect, brother. Money is coming.
Okay, young blood.
No, shout out to People's Army, shout out to Lord.
You don't know Odie.
I don't. But I feel like
And I hope you represent us back.
it comes with that youthful passion, you know what I'm saying?
That was crazy. He did like 3 songs, you know what I mean? So it was like a whole journey.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like each song was different.
Yes.
And then he got amp at the end.
He did.
Like most of that last song, like Don't Mess With Me. But then he also put aside your colors, time to unite. You know what I mean? He always stayed putting some positive messages in his songs. Even the song where it's just like, look, I will bust on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even that song, he's like dropping little trinkets. Like the thing with me with like entertainment, right? It's like most of the time, entertainment is something you just sit and watch or whatever. And then when you're done with it, you're not like any better.
Improved. Yeah.
Like your thoughts aren't any better, your life isn't any, you know what I mean?
You just like soak it up into yourself.
Oh,
into your
entertainment. Okay,
subconscious.
now time to shower and go to bed. Like it just basically like buys your time, just passes the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I like stuff like this that gets you thinking at the very least. Okay, my life is still the same after I watched that. Not much has changed, but it gets you thinking. It gets us talking. You know what I mean?
It does. It does. That was cool. Totally different than I expected.
Right.
I totally expected an older person. Like, it's crazy.
I get the name though, Mike Righteous. Like he said he was righteous. Like
It
he's a
seemed
real
like he
one.
had
You
a
know what I mean?
strong, like, moral conviction.
Right.
Like a strong code of right and wrong.
And it's like we don't have that modern day. Like a lot of people, not we. You know what I mean? But like a lot of people don't have their own moral code.
Which, do you just get that by living rough? Like, I mean, you know what I mean? But I feel like we've always had it. So, like, how does a person develop that?
I don't know. I feel like it's very individual. Because, like, people I've grown up with in the same household don't have the same moral code as me. It's, like, different. You know what I mean?
Very
so
much
it's
the
like,
same.
I don't think it's just how you grew up. I think it's more of, like, how you frame your circumstances.
Ooh.
It's, like, the meaning you give things. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I mess with it.
Because, I mean, we both have the same example. Like, growing up in a household, but it's like, we all think so differently. It's like some people from my household I would trust, some people I wouldn't.
Right. And some people you would trust with certain things. Other people you trust with other things.
But it's like, I like people who have a strong moral code. Even if their moral code is different than mine,
It's
I
like-
respect that they actually stick to their morals. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
We don't have to agree on our morals, but I respect you because you stick to yours.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's something that's a concept that's kind of strange to me. Because, like, I feel like you're kind of taught that, like, school and church and all these things will, like, give you a code. You know what I mean? But I feel like that code ends up kind of being, do whatever we say, you know, will get you in good with us.
Right,
You know what I mean? So, like, in each environment, the code's slightly different because it's really about benefiting that environment and not you personally. And then you get people who create their own, you know what I mean? They operate from their own code. Which
It's like in those areas, like the code is say what we want to hear kind of thing.
Right.
Like, you know what you can say, you know what you can't say. But I like talking to people who, when they talk to me, they don't feel like there's something they can say, something they can't say. It's like, I want to hear what you really think.
Right.
Not what you can say and what you can't say.
Like, I don't
you
care
know
if
what
we
I mean?
disagree. Let's talk about it. You know? Yeah.
It's like, I know people who smoke weed, but then when they talk to certain people I know, they have to hide it. Like, they can't even tell them that. Like, that's the biggest deal in the world.
Right.
Can't even admit that. Like, what?
It's like they can't even, I don't even know. It's just weird. It's very strange.
Super weird.
Especially when you get around the person who has the different, like, that you get around that person with the person
Right,
that can't say it around,
right.
and then it's like,
It's gonna be somewhat real with you, you think, and then the other person there where they gotta put on the act for it.
Right.
It's like a little triangle.
But
and
then
you're
the
just-
person they're putting on the act for knows more of you than knows of them because you show more of you. So
Right, because you don't put on an act for that person.
Right.
Because you just keep it real all the time.
Oh
you
my
know
God.
what I mean?
So then it's the weirdest thing because they're both like compensating for each other.
Right.
But neither one of them is enjoying it.
Right. I'll enjoy it. I'll sit back and watch this like, oh, okay. Oh, that's how you think? Okay. You know what I mean? Just in my head, oh, this is interesting.
I'll be like, the air in this room is thick.
Right? I'm like, oh, he's probably hoping I don't say anything that he doesn't want to say to him. You know what I mean? 'Cause I know a lot.
You just sit up in a room with people just thinking all this stuff and like,
Right. Super
everyone's
weird.
just like, sell the weather.
Super weird.
It's so weird.
It's like, oh, what? You said, you told him you like cold weather, you told me you like warm weather, you hate cold weather. You know what I mean? Like, he's so petty.
Like, which you is you.
Right? Alright, this video's long.
Okay, it's so long.
Everyone probably already dropped off the video.
Probably.
And that was just us by ourselves
Hey,
talking.
if you made it to the end, we want to hear from you. We will respond.
Alright, if you have any more suggestions, leave them down in the comments. If you want to help the channel grow, we appreciate all the likes, all the
We do.
subscribers. Appreciate
We
you.
do.
That's a wrap.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. You to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't